Yo, tune in, tune in, tune in. We got a big guest today. Be a friend of a friend, first and foremost. Shout out my main man, Hank, on the side, who I cannot guard, but I continuously bust his ass. I don't know how, but he can't guard me on the other end. If the score is 10-0 every time. By the way, we got Mr. Jalen Lecque on the show today. How you doing today,
Yes,
King?
sir. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, guys?
How you doing, bro? All good?
I'm doing good, man. Just focused, staying true to myself, and, being the best person I can be every day.
So I want the first question here. Jay, I appreciate that intro. It's so nice of you to remind the fans that you cannot guard me. But the question, speaking of him not being able to guard me, you're training with Jason now. I always say to guys, it's kind of a whole different ballgame once you step in the gym with Jason because not many trainers clamp up and play that type of defense. Talk about training with Jason so far, what it's been like for you these past couple of days.
It's just a great opportunity, man. I've known him for a little minute through just him coaching at Cardinal Hayes. I went to scaling for 2 to 3 years, and it was just a great opportunity when I came back home just to be welcomed by Cole, just to be able to work out in the gym with him, be around his young boys, and just give them knowledge and also receive knowledge. So, I'm just a blessed individual. Every day, just keep grinding, and I'm gonna be where I need to be.
Is he fouling the fuck out of you?
Hell yeah, he is. He's a hack. He like 5'5". He got to.
He gets 5'8". He said I'm 5'5". Chill.
He gets 6 fouls and he uses all 6 in the first 5 minutes of training. That's how it be.
Sure.
I used 3 in the first and 2.5 in the second half. Chill.
You need that though because it's super physical. You need that because it's super physical.
In the league, Jalen said that. In the league, it's a wrap. If you're not finishing above the rim, then what are you doing? Don't go to the rim if you're not finishing over the rim, unless you're gonna stop 10 feet and float that bitch.
Yeah, word.
Don't get there.
Yeah. Word. So my question for Jason: you've been watching this young man play for a long time now. You saw him when he was a kid become into the player he is right now. So for our audience, maybe who hasn't seen a single minute of him playing, describe his game from your trainer eyes, and also your perspective on how the past couple of days have gone having him in the gym.
So, if I'm going to be quite honest about his game, right, his game is very unique. There's not many people that can do what he does. Because he's very athletic, he's able to play on both sides of the ball. Not many are even willing to do that, right? But then he finishes over the rim. Everything is over the rim. There is no layup. He don't need one. And he asking you to meet him upstairs, and he going to put you in the rim. So at that rate, he's a high-level player. I really want him to start focusing on his 1-2 into his jump shot and the mid-range game, like the 15 feet, 18-footers. The catch and shoot 3 is there. I like the mechanics. I just really want him to start focusing on the pull-up jump shot because he could get where he want on the court. You can see that he's very strong. He uses both hands well. Hank, oh, shit. Jalen Lecque can shoot with both fucking hands. Guess who else? Yo, Jalen, guess who else can do that? Him. Yo, and it's natural, just like you. Both of you guys shoot the same way with both hands and consistent. I said, hey, oh shit, this kid could be special.
So who would you take if we had to go elbow to elbow for 1 minute, lefty righty? Will you take
I'm taking Jalen, mid-range. Yeah, mid-range, I'm taking Jalen.
So
the 3, I take you, Hank. The 3, I take you. Both right and left.
Interesting. So Jalen, they call me the Serge Ibaka of the game, except the ambidextrous version. That's what they be saying. I don't know. They say I play a lot like Serge Ibaka. I don't know. I just sort of inherited that.
So you be rebounding and everything?
I'd be doing everything, bro. I'd be blocking. I'd be guarding everybody except LeBron. Just like
LeBron. That's funny.
But if you type in your name on YouTube, a lot of the headlines that come up, whether it's now or from your high school days, which, by the way, you have one of the and I'm not just saying this because you're right here in front of us, but you have one of the best high school mixtapes I've ever seen, really, of any player. That shit's crazy. But a lot of times,
Zion, right? That shit looks similar.
A lot of times, the things that people are saying about you, they called you Baby Westbrook. Do you feel like that's an accurate representation of your game?
I mean, when I was in high school at first, it was a great honor, and it still is a great honor because Russell Westbrook, he's a great player, and everything. And I really looked up to him when I was younger, and I still do look up to him, and I look up to a lot of great dudes that play in the NBA. But I just felt like I was my own player. So I liked the name and it was cool, but it was kind of like I felt like I had my own little game. I felt like I played like Westbrook a little bit, and I kind of feel like I had a little bit of John Morant. So I feel like I kind of had a little bit of everybody in between. So and wanted to build my name to be able to be like Baby Lecque. You know what I mean? So it was like that's just how I always was. You know what I mean? Like I never played with the hottest team growing up. So that's just how I always been. I always been on my own trying to get the best I can be. So.
What was it like when you busted Zion's ass in high school?
Nah, that's my guy. He killed us. He had 50. We just won.
Damn, y'all won though. Yo, so guess what? You still got the upper hand,
y'all won the game though.
He had 46 and like 18.
But he had the L, right?
Nah, he did.
Hold on, Zion.
That's my Jan fan brother. He nice.
So what's your relationship with Zion like? You guys cool? You talk to him?
You know, everybody's busy, man. I'm on my own wave. He's on his own wave. Everybody's on their own wave. But you know, when we meet up, it's definitely hey and what up. And it's never like no bad energy. It's always great energy. Yeah. I'm a great energy type of guy. So I mean, I'm just to myself. So even on Instagram and social media, I don't even post like that. So yeah, like for me, I'm not even that active on the social media because I'll just be so focused on just what I need for myself and what I could do for the world and help the people. So that's social media is not really I need to get better at it actually. So yeah.
Well, we got some good content for you here. Hopefully you could repost some of this, but I'm gonna ask you a crazy question. All right. So bear with me on this one. Right. Mm-hmm. The other day I did Jason and I were doing an episode and I had a take, by the way, if you're not following the boys on TikTok and Twitter, on Instagram, make sure you go ahead and do that now. Good content on the reg, but we had a very interesting conversation about the idea of relegation and promotion in the NBA. Now, before I ask you a question, do you know what that is? Because I know American sports fans don't really have that type of concept. Is that a foreign world to you?
It's not foreign, but like I kind of know a little bit about it, but I mean, I want to know the full spectrum of the definition. So
basically, in a nutshell, for Jalen and any other viewer who doesn't know what it is, because I feel like a lot of people probably don't, but in America, we have the regular season and then we have the playoffs, right? In Europe, so in European basketball and European soccer, they don't have a playoff system. Instead, the bottom three teams get kicked out of the league and have to go to the lower league, and the top three teams in the lower division, call it the G League for the sake of the argument, go up into the professional league. Now, Jason and I had an interesting conversation about this, and it got a lot of views and it got a lot of attention on Instagram and
2 million to be exact.
Got quite a lot, and a lot of people liked, but also a lot of people did not like my idea that picture this would be my ideal NBA world, right? So we keep the draft, we keep the playoffs, right? But the season ends, and instead of just the regular playoffs, there's an additional playoff series between the worst NBA team, so this year would have been the Detroit Pistons, and the G League champion. 7-game playoff series. Winner goes to the NBA. Loser goes to the G League. Your thoughts, one, on that idea, and two, the more important question, as a G League player, do you think the best G League team could beat the worst NBA team in a playoff series?
So my first question, my answer towards it, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, but then you got to think about the people the guys they're paying.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to pay me the same amount next year if we the worst team?
Right.
In the G League, you know what I mean? So it's like, and then are you gonna give guys a bonus because now that I was in the G League last year, now I'm in the NBA. You got to pay me more now,
right?
Because we're on TV now. Now exactly. It doesn't go from the regular G League salary. Now it goes from 2-way type of money and 10-day type of money. Yeah. So I mean, if they could figure that out, that idea wouldn't be so bad. But I could just tell, I know if the last place team was to do that, to go and actually lose to the G League team and then go down there back to the G League, I don't know how they're gonna pay them.
Right,
Yeah.
because the number one draft picks are usually on the worst team, right? Kate,
Right.
what's his name?
Cade
Cunningham.
Cunningham.
Yeah, like imagine him in the G.
Like
Yeah.
everybody G League salary, every player in the G League salary. I mean, everybody's salary in the G League as a player combined together is probably 2 players in the NBA.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So that's why it's like you're going to go from that to having to pay 10 people like that. That's tough.
Yeah.
Right.
That's tough.
That's how it is in European soccer, though. And that's what makes it so fascinating, because you get these 3 new teams every year, depending on the league and the structure. You get 3, sometimes 2 new teams. And all of a sudden, these guys go from making, 60 grand a year to 1 million a year, and their lives are changed. There's TV contracts, there's sponsorships, there's everything. But the reverse end is, oh shit, like we're going down, we're losing our team TV money. Our players, we're gonna have to sell a bunch of them because we can't afford to pay them. So what it would do for the NBA, though, it would eliminate the idea of tanking. Nobody would fuck around and tank.
Yeah. It would definitely give the idea of everybody playing hard every game.
Exactly. And that's a big problem in the NBA, in my opinion. But the second part of the question, I'm very curious your thoughts on this. Do you think the best G League team could beat the worst NBA team as a G League player? Your thoughts?
I don't know. It's tough because like
There's some guys.
you got to think about it because it's you got like a bunch of 2-way guys on that team that's NBA players, but then now you got to contrast. They're used to losing, and then now the G League teams are winners.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're also NBA players. They might not be better than them, but they're winners and they have better team. Because we went to overseas in Spain because the RGV Vipers, they had won it last year. So we went overseas to Spain in the Intercontinental Cup. We played like a bunch of teams like Spain, like a Spain team, a Brazil team, and then an African team. We played that first game out there. We lost by like 40. And there was nobody on the team we knew. We did not know one person. We lost by like 30, 40 just because they were a great team. You know what I mean? And the tallest dude on their team, they had a big man on their team who was athletic, just like kind of guys over here, but he wasn't crazy athletic. They had a guy who could shoot threes, a bunch of guys who could shoot threes, but the rules overseas is different too. But anyway, yeah, like we lost to them and we're much more talented than them. You know what I mean? And they got us out of there. So, I mean, I think a G League team can probably win against the worst team in the NBA. It's definitely possible.
That's what I said too. I agree with that because the other thing is you forget the most important thing is what you just said, that the G League team's been winning all year, just won a championship, and the Detroit Pistons just won 17 games and their average age is 20 years old. So there's also the age factor that the G League team, there's a good chance like they have some older guys. And I don't mean old, but there's a big difference.
That is true. That is true. You got guys such as like on the team we play, like with Blue Coats, you got Lewis King, which is about to be 5 years into the NBA. You got a younger dude, which is Jaden Springer. He's a dog. Mac McClung, he's a dog. You got they had the Champagne, one of the Champagne twins. He's a dog. They have Patrick McCall. He's an older veteran that has a ring in the NBA. You know what I mean? So I don't know. So I don't know. It can go different. It's tough when and these guys play G League, so they're up and down.
Yeah.
They're not staying there running sets through one guy. They're not doing that. They all hooping. Right. So I don't know.
It's true. All right. My other question, Jay, I'll let you go in after this. I know I'm taking up a lot, but you mentioned Mac McClung. I know that's your boy. Are you a better dunker than Mr. Mac McClung?
Honestly, if you want me to be honest, I don't really think so, just because of the tricks. And he's so much smaller than me. You know what I mean? If I kind of grew in these past couple of years. Like when I was in high school, I was probably around the same height as him. But like when I get to the NBA, I started growing. So I'm about like 6'4". He's probably like 6 foot. You know what I mean? And
it just looks crazier.
You know what I mean? It probably looks crazier. He practices a little bit more dunk tricks than me. But I mean, I got stuff that nobody can do though. So I mean, I know nobody can do like, you know what I mean? Like I got 2 foot bounce. So a lot of dudes jumping from free throw line off 1, I'm jumping off 2. You know what I mean? Nobody doing that. So it's like it depends how you look at it.
I'm gonna catch that on film while we in the gym for all of the haters that's gonna say he talking shit or he capping or whatever. He gonna jump from that
I got
motherfucking
it on
free throw line.
Instagram.
Y'all
I got
gonna
it
be
on
like,
Instagram.
listen,
I
we
got
gonna
the
do it
video.
again. We gonna do it
I got
again
the
for all
video.
the people.
I got the video on Instagram. Me windmilling from the free throw line.
I saw it. Trust me.
If they invited you to the dunk contest, you think you'd do it?
Yeah, why not? I'm Mr. Showtime, man. I always been like that since I'm in New York, man. So I'm never hot. I never hide some smoke. I'm in smoke with everywhere. I've always been like that. So I'm just staying low to the ground, man, and then keep grinding, and it's gonna work for me, man. I'm 22. There's a lot of basketball I got to play. So
That's a fact.
Yeah,
I mean,
shit, man.
prime.
I'll be honest. I love hearing you talk. I love like your approach to the game. Honestly, just talking to you for the past 20 minutes or so, I could tell you got a really good head on your shoulder. So I kind of want to ask this question, put you on the spot for a second. But if there's an NBA GM listening right now, what's your message to them about why they should have you as part of their franchise?
Well, I have a lot of reasons, but to answer your question, just being able to have the years I have in the NBA and having the NBA be basically my college, and just the knowing what is asked is what is needed to win games, and I think that's what I bring to the table. I can do a lot for a team by winning games and doing the little things that other people don't do. So I feel like I could be used in any way: defense, offense. If you need me to score, if you need me to just go to the basket, if you need me to, whatever, assist, pass, rebound, I could do it all. So it really, for if a GM is watching, I feel like I can just do whatever on the court that you need. You know what I mean? Just do whatever you need on the court, and I can play hard, and that's what I give, and that's a lot that I give. So, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, the sense I get from you just talking to you is that you truly love the game and like you love the grind that comes with it, which I think is such like a beautiful part about your life is that, you know, you've been in the spotlight for so long now, just in the era we live in social media, and like you play a style that's so like attractive on social media, like the dunks, the high flying and everything, like the guys you've gone up against. But talking to you, it's like you seem to really focus and love the gritty parts of the game, like the little.
I mean,
things.
I had to learn that though. You know what I mean? And that's what is hard for people to understand. Like, you're not initially gonna love it because at the end of the day, it's hard. I mean, you know what I mean? It's hard. You got to wake up every day and listen to this nigga that's 5'5". You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta really grind. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. And then, especially just being an African American man in this world, you know, I've just learned from when I was younger that nobody gonna give you anything. So you just gotta grind. And I'm from New York, so we gritty. You know what I mean? And I'm just ready. I'm always ready. I'm never hiding by any smoke. Nothing. So I'm here and I'm here to work. And I'm just a positive dude that just stays out the way and just want to be able to make money for my family and then feed my family. And then that's it. And be the best basketball player I could be, to be honest.
You on your way, boy. Let me ask you a
Appreciate it.
question, Jalen. Talk to the people. You went to Scanlon. That's where I saw you, right? And then you went to Brewster, right? And then it was supposed to be NC State. That didn't happen. What happened?
So it was just a long process of thinking. I was hot at the moment. You know what I mean? I was very hot. I was as soon as I declared that I was thinking about going to the NBA, I was on everybody's draft board being drafted. So then from there on, as a person that's 18, I'm thinking like, damn, I thought I had to go to college, but I'm ready now because they think I'm ready now, and I feel like I was already ready. So that's all I needed was somebody to put me on a couple draft boards. I don't, you know what I mean? I never been given anything anyway. So when I seen that really had changed my mind. Like, all right, I could really do this. Like, instead of like, why would I could bet on myself, and I've always betted on myself. So I didn't have no problem on doing it. But Coach Keats and them with NC State, they agreed. They agreed with it. You know, they helped me make my decision. They were definitely positive towards the route that I took, and I don't have any regrets though. You know what I mean? Because I learned a lot. How do I say it? I learned a whole lot, like in the NBA. It was like my college to a lot of dudes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know how to play the game the NBA way. Like, a lot of dudes go from college to NBA, and it's a hard adjustment.
Yeah, that
You
transition
know what
is
I mean?
tough.
It's a good
But
point.
my college was the NBA. So
Right.
if you really think about it, this is kind of my first year
First year.
out of
First year.
college.
This is
So it's
about to
kind of
be.
like, yeah. So it's like for me, it's like with me already having 4 years playing with the Suns with Devin Booker, who's great, with Ricky Rubio, who's a great point guard, with DeAndre Ayton, that's a great big. Then going with the Pacers, learning from Miles Turner, Karis LeVert, Victor Oladipo, Malcolm Brogdon. Then going back and forth with the Bucks, with playing with the Bucks, and then playing with my G League team, and then this year with playing with Houston and working out with Houston's team. It's just feel like I have a whole lot to offer with experience than a lot of other dudes that's being drafted or even coming in. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, they're my age. You know what I mean? Like some of them are 18, 19. You probably get like 10 or 12. But the other dudes that's getting drafted, they're either older than me or my age. So for me, it's just I just stay to my grind, man. And I know it's gonna come because I'm a great person, and spiritually, mentally, physically. And I just stay to me. I stay true to myself no matter what.
Yeah.
Love
God
it.
damn, really well said. And even as a Carolina fan myself, I've been a Carolina guy since I was a little kid. I love the NC State decision, even though you didn't actually go there. I love just the fact that you were involved with a school like that, because to me, Kevin Keatts is as good of a coach as they come in the ACC, and really just in general. He's such a good presence, such a good guy, and I always love the style of players that he recruited because.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
He
ahead.
kept it real with me, man. He kept
Yeah.
it real, bro. And that's why I really like Kevin Keatts, and I like people in general. Like if it's a person, like he's a person who kept it real with me and let me know what I would need to be able to get to that next level. And I was just super excited when I went to go visit them, and I committed like days after. You know what I mean? And I was looking forward to do that, but it's just another path that came my way. So I'm just excited to where my future is headed and where I'm at the moment.
So talk to the people about your offseason, Jalen. What's gonna happen? What's next? You just finished up with the Vipers. You averaged 14, 4, and 5, or
Mm-hmm.
15, 4, and 5.
Mm-hmm.
What's on your board next?
Well, basically this past year was basically just to establish myself in the NBA with just my skill level development. So basically like my shooting, being able to be a great decision maker, and just being a leader on and off the court. I'm probably this off season I'm gonna work out in New York for a little bit, just to be with the fam, because I haven't seen the family. You don't see the family a lot during the season, so I go and see the family for a little bit, and then get this grind, and then I go back to Houston to work out. And then you have a few options and stuff with other teams and stuff like that, but for me right now, I'm just focused on Houston right now. These guys gave me a great opportunity. They care about me. They let me get in the gym and they care. So you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna take it as a grain of salt and make somebody give me an opportunity.
That's a fact. Bust the door down, baby.
I love
It's
it.
a fact.
Well said. This has been an amazing interview, dude. I really appreciate you taking the time to do it. Sorry about the late start getting you
Nah,
on
you're
here,
good.
but this was awesome. I'm excited to come to the gym over in Jersey and beat you in a little shootout. Probably can't beat you in anything else, but I'm gonna take my lefty righty shootout if that's all
You
I
gonna
can.
be?
Yo,
It's I
listen.
don't know. I've been shooting with Buddy lately, so my shot kind of cash.
Yo, I ain't
Be
gonna
careful,
front.
bro.
He putting that work in. Hey, you definitely not putting cold world work in. You ain't
What they
here.
what they say? What they say? Money on the wood make the game go good. What they say? Money on.
I heard Jalen said, anybody want that smoke? Put the bread up. And
Word.
I'm seconding that.
You just
Let's
forgot
go.
to remind him he talking to the white Sergi Baca over here. We'll see you guys next time. Go subscribe.
Be a friend of a friend.